Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this video podcast of the Fleet Europe Awards 2020. Today, my guests are Wojciech Regucki of AbbVie and Steffen Schick of Fleet Logistics, and we are going to discuss the European Fleet Procurement Manager of the Year Award 2020, won by Wojciech. Wojciech, congratulations with this award, and we would like to know what the building blocks are of your successful fleet strategy across Europe.
Hi, Steven. Hi, Steffen. Good to see you both. Thank you for having me. Our strategy has been built based on the four main pillars. So the first one is a successful long-term partnership with the suppliers, our partners. We work with them through the international framework agreements. The second one is the collaborative environment with all the main stakeholders like HR, finance, total rewards, EHS, risk or legal team. Our area management are strongly involved in the fleet. The top-down approach and sponsorship is crucial for the successful strategy implementation. The third pillar is sharing the expertise with the local fleet managers. We developed the fleet website, fleet newsletter, the fleet workshops, and also the fleet survey to gather the feedback from the countries about our fleet strategy. And the last pillars is, of course, safety and sustainability. We have a special program which is named Zero, Believe It, Achieve It. We included the regional CO2 caps, minimum safety requirements, but also the rules for electrification our fleet.
How many vehicles do you manage across Europe, Wojciech?
So globally, after the recent acquisition, we have 17,000 vehicles. However, in Europe, we have 5,000 vehicles.
Steffen, you are the proud sponsor of this award. Can you explain why Wojciech and AbbVie deserve to win this award?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I mean, first of all, congratulations also from my end. Let me start by saying we had a number of very strong submissions this year for the Procurement Manager of the Year award. The application of Wojciech and team and AbbVie stood out for a number of reasons. The preparation of the procurement strategy involved what I would call a root and branch analysis of the baseline. Wojciech applied a highly analytical approach to establishing the baseline and discovering improvement opportunities. The team did not only look at 40 countries in detail, reviewed driver eligibility, conducted thorough benchmarking, they also conducted employee surveys. By doing this, Wojciech and team created a very high level of transparency and at the same time ensured stakeholder buy-in. And last but not least, they set very aggressive targets and they are already a good way down meeting them.
Wojciech, managing a fleet across Europe is not so easy. How do you handle stakeholder engagement and how do you make sure that local fleet managers are motivated to follow you with your international strategy?
So in terms of the stakeholders engagement, from the very beginning, we decided to have all of main stakeholders mentioned before, so HR, TR, team, finance, EHS, engaged with the setting up the fleet strategy. We wanted to find out what kind of expectation they would have for the fleet strategy. And right now, after a few years, I can admit that almost all of them, our strategy included, and we met almost all of these expectations. Every half of the year, we prepare the kind of fleet profile, which is presented to all main stakeholders to keep them aware of any proposed adjustments or issues which we can face in the future based on the changes in the regulation, local taxation or fleet trends. All the local procedures renewed annually. You have to approve the area management team. This approach, it allows us to keep the consistency among the countries and also prepare a kind of summary about the proposed changes and what is the impact for the fleet, cost or drivers. And the last but not least is working with the local fleet managers and purchasing managers. So we do not want only to communicate the changes which have been agreed on the area level. We want to make sure that they are also part of the decision process. I would say that they are also creators of the fleet strategy. And this approach, for sure, it helps us to keep them motivated and also get their support with the strategy execution.
Steffen, Fleet Logistics is the proud sponsor of this award. Why is fleet procurement so important, and how do you see it evolve?
Okay, I mean, first of all, we believe that as an industry, we should recognize best practices and also provide a platform for the movers and shakers of our industry. Fleet, respectively, mobility procurement will remain the basis for any innovation in this industry. And we believe that procurement may even gain more importance as mobility moves more and more into the focus of corporate sustainability initiatives, but also corporate compensation and benefit initiatives.
Wojciech, what would be your main advice to fleet managers that have some kind of questions and difficulties about keeping cost control and TCO efficiency?
I will say that treat the suppliers as the partners would be my advice. Do not hesitate to ask for their support and recommendation. Remember that from the leasing suppliers, you buy service for long-term period, and this cooperation should be always based on the win-win scenario. Spend time to prepare the very detailed service agreement, which will secure all your needs. One day someone told me that there are no bad suppliers, there are only bad agreements. And regarding the TCO control, we work with the preferred suppliers selected during the European RFQ. In the global framework agreement with all of the FMCs, fleet management companies, we agreed the commercial conditions. In all of the countries with the fleet with more than 100 vehicles, we have a multi-bidding options. And our local fleet managers are absolutely aware how to manage the risk contracts in terms of the recalculations or adjusting the contract to the real mileage of the driver. We also set up some KPIs. However, it will be developed further once our project of having our internal global fleet reporting tool will be completed.
Steffen, what can we expect from Fleet Logistics in 2021 that we will be positively surprised about?
Yeah, thank you for that question. In January, we'll launch our first product that brings our managed mobility as a service vision to life. We already offered a first sneak preview at the Fleet Europe event, and we take the positive reactions we had as an endorsement that there really is substantial demand for a transparent, cost-effective, and digital offering that allows clients enrich and future-proof their mobility mix, and not least to attract and retain talent and to help reach their corporate mobility targets. And mobility budget is just the first step down our product roadmap, which we will bring to the market during the next few years.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for being our guest in this video podcast. To the audience, if you like this podcast, share it with your colleagues and wish you a great fleet future. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.